Last Monday's storm has been called a 1,000-year storm event by San Diego city leaders. And tonight, the city isn't taking any chances with another storm in the forecast. Good evening. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. The storm that hit last week caused major flooding all over San Diego. CBS 8's Brian White talked to an expert about design challenges for the city of San Diego's stormwater system.
Crews are working to clear the Chollas Creek stormwater channel that a week ago was the source of the devastation and damage we saw here in Southcrest and Mountain View. And now it's important to look at the reasons why this flood channel failed. City crews clearing out tons of debris and vegetation from the flood channel that backs up to dozens of homes.
After every storm, they come to clean. They should clean before the storm, not after storm, but they always do after.
Nearly 4 inches of rain fell in the span of just a few hours.
If you drop 4 inches over the whole city and you start collecting that into certain spots, you're going to run into problems no matter what, right? Because it falls so fast that it can't leave in a gradual way.
Bruce McVicker is an associate professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at the University of Waterloo. He teaches classes on the design of urban stormwater systems.
Suddenly the earth itself is moving, and so the channels get choked up full of debris and sediment. And so the capacity of the openings suddenly reduces drastically.
He says neighborhoods like Southcrest and Mountain View that were developed prior to the 70s and 80s typically weren't given much consideration for big rain events like this when they were built.
But in older systems, the water just starts to have to find its way through neighborhoods. And so that obviously becomes a problem.
When looking at the layout around Chollas Creek, Bruce told me he thought Southcrest has a number of disadvantages in terms of planning, things he said were very typical.
Highway was built across the river, so Highway 5 kind of comes across, right? They put a clover leaf to get off the highway in what probably was the floodplain. That can be a choke point where the water is trying to get through a very small area. And in these big events where suddenly there's just so much water trying to get through, it just can't. And upstream of that becomes a bathtub.
Meanwhile, Southcrest resident Claude Ways is optimistic the work being done to clear the storm channel will help to keep it from flooding again.
Once trees cut and also after the first rain washed down the stuff, the next rain usually don't.
In Southcrest, Brian White, CBS 8.